Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Anastasia, and on this channel I share with you my juice fasting experience and my raw food lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I want to start my video with thanking you guys for your comments, for your questions. I love reading them, I love answering them, I love reading your stories about your juice fast and just about life in general. It's so great to connect through internet, especially at this time, and I appreciate all of you. Just know that I'm here for you. If you have any questions about the juice fasting, whatever comes to your mind, please feel free to ask me. I might not answer right away. I'm quite busy and I do my best to reply to you as soon as possible. In this video I want to share before and after juice fasting experience and what things I had before the juice fasting and what things I have after. So I will start with my weight. I mean, that's kind of obvious because weight changes during the juice fast. So when I started my juice fast, I was 135 pounds and my height is 5.8 feet. So I was at that weight and I was not overweight, but that's what it was. Then within a week I lost 7 pounds, so I went down to 128. Within 2 weeks after that I went to 121 pound, and then after 2 more weeks I went down to 116 pounds, and I stayed like that for about 2 months of my juice fast. So after that my weight gradually was going down, and by the end of my juice fast my weight was 108, and it stayed the same pretty much all the way to the breaking the juice fast on December 31st. So also the percentage of my body fat was 20% at the time I started juice fast, and by the end of it it was 15%. And at that time I realized that, you know, I really was going low on fat, and I felt it in my body. I kind of felt like my ribs were a little bit even, you know, felt discomfort over here in my rib cage. So I realized that I needed, you know, when I would stop juice fasting I would need to gain some fat. So that was the weight. About the water percentage, when I started my juice fast was 54% of water, and by the time I finished it, it was 68% of water. So I think it's really good. I know it can be better, but for me I feel amazing. I feel great. So that feels like a good thing. What else would I like to cover? Yes, after the juice fast I started gaining weight gradually, and right now I'm at 125 pounds, so it's 10 pounds less than I weighed before I started my juice fast, and I feel really great. I feel amazing, and the percentage of body fat came up to 17%, and I find it really good for women. The water percentage went down to 65%. I really don't know the reason why, but that's what it is. And I still feel pretty great because it's not 54% anymore, it's 65, so it's 10% more water. About other things, I thought that I would share with you like physical changes first, and then, like I like to do, emotional changes and spiritual changes that I noticed. So I noticed that before I started my juice fast my tongue was really white. It was coated with a white kind of a film, you know, and after I finished my juice fast my tongue was completely cleared. It was pink. It was, you know, nice color and that's what it was. I wanted to share something very important for women. So when I did my first juice fast in November 2018, I experienced the same thing with my period. So first, when I started my juice fast, my period was really, so it started like after a couple of days after I started my juice fast, and by that time I was already on the raw vegan diet, so it was pretty late, but it it was really shorter than before, the amount of days, and uh, it I didn't have any pain. And before that, when I was just vegan, I had cramps. So uh, I didn't have pain during my period, but then uh, while I was juice fasting, it didn't come anymore. So it stopped. And that's something very important. I would like you to know that if you're still ovulating, and you can check it with a test, or you can check your basal temperature, and you can Google it online how to do that. So if you're still ovulating and you don't have your period, that's fine. I find it for myself that when the body cleanses so deeply, especially long-term juice fast, that's how it's going to be. And it might not be the case in your case, and I'm sharing only my experience here with you. So that was my experience with the period on juice fast. Then it returned, and it's very very late, and it's just 1 or 2 days at the max, and I don't have any cramps, any discomfort, any PMS, nothing like that. None of the symptoms that I used to have before I went vegan. I had a lot of pain. I was on even taking medications for my period cramps. So this changed a lot, and I appreciate it so much. I mean, I love feeling this way. The next thing I wanted to cover with you is that I guess because I really shaved my head, and so I can see now how my hair grows much quicker and thicker as well. So about 5 years ago, I had to shave my head because of the medications I've been taking. I've been taking cancer medications for rheumatoid arthritis, and my hair was just falling off with big, pieces, and I was really losing my hair over here near my hairline. So at that time, I had to shave my head because I was losing hair a lot. This time, I just felt like, my body was renewing. I felt so refreshed, and I just decided to shave my head. So what I noticed though is that the hair that didn't grow over here came back, and my hair grows pretty fast and thick. So I really like it, and I also was able to come off the shampoo and use natural things for my hair because, I just shaved it off, and then I was able to restore the balance of my skin on the scalp. So other things that I've noticed is that I have much more energy than I used to have before the juice fast. I also feel that the food that I eat absorbs much faster, and it nourishes me. I have this feeling all over my body when I eat my fruits that, like this vibration of life force all around me and inside of me. So that is really really amazing feeling. I love it. I enjoy it so much, and I know for sure cooked food doesn't give this kind of feeling. It kind of slows you down and makes you feel sleepy or less energetic. But the raw food that I eat after the juice fast really energizes my body, revitalizes it, and it gives me a lot of life force, life power. So I enjoy that a lot. Also, during my juice fast, I did parasite cleanse by the end of the juice fast. So I feel really good about that. That I utilized that time to really clean out whatever was collected over there throughout my life. Uh, Also, after I finished juice fasting, I learned that combination of certain foods doesn't make me feel good. Like, let's say, combining nuts and fruits, especially like juicy fruits, uh, make me feel a little bit bloated. So I stopped doing that, and instead I eat them apart from each other, and that makes big difference. It makes me feel much better. I learned how to combine different foods, and it took me time to figure out, how to eat again, because, I've tried some salads and they wouldn't go through my system as fast as fruits. And then I figured out that the more far apart I have meals from each other, the better I feel. So I try to, keep 5 to 6 hours between my meals, and this way I really feel like the one that I ate digested, and then after 5 or 6 hours I can have another meal. So I basically eat about 2 meals a day. I also figured out that the simpler I eat, the better I feel. So I don't even bother to prepare, like, some complex salads or anything like that. And that's the way I started my raw food lifestyle. So from vegan I went raw, and at the beginning I was making, different kind of gourmet recipes, which was good also. I think it's a nice way to get introduced to raw foods. But after the juice fast, I just don't even feel like spending time on, preparing those recipes, because I cook for my family. So it doesn't make any sense to me that I would cook, let's say, 2 different meals. I better eat simple for myself. So I have more time this way to do other things that I enjoy in life, like go hiking or do some creative things, So this way I feel that, yeah, the food digests really faster than before. It gives me more fulfillment. I feel really nourished and cared for. What I would do different on my juice fast, that's what I wanted to tell you. I would drink more green juices, because at some point, like around, November, when watermelons were not there, the grapes were almost out of the season, so I really got hooked on the apple and ginger juice, and that was like my staple for the juice fasting. But I also felt like at that time I needed to include more green juices. And also at the beginning I was taking 1 tablespoon of spirulina every day, and then I kind of let it go. Sometimes I would take it, sometimes I wouldn't take it. And I would say that you need to take some kind of greens for minerals. I think it's very important, because when I finished my juice fast, I was really craving for seaweeds and for nettles. So I would brew nettle tea all the time and I would drink it. And nettles are very rich in nutrients and minerals, so I think my body was just asking for me to replenish whatever I lost drinking just apple and ginger juice. And seaweeds, of course, they're so full in minerals and vitamins, so I was just eating a lot of those and drinking nettle tea. So make sure that you have some kind of greens, whether it's green juice or chlorella or spirulina, and if you're doing juice fast, make sure you take it. Then I also, at some point, I almost stopped drinking water. And what I noticed at that time, that I would get a little bit of lightheaded, and I realized that after about 1 or 1.5 weeks of drinking just juice and not much water, that I still need to drink water. I need to give this to my body. So if you do feel like drinking water, I know some people say that if you drink juice, it's it's just enough because you're getting water from the juices. But from my experience, and if you do feel the same, please know that you might need some more water in your body, so you might want to include water. Also, I would say that if you're doing the juice fast, make sure you sleep well. Because of my work situation, I sometimes didn't get enough sleep, and on those days I felt sleepy, I felt tired, but it was also not the same kind of tired like before. So I would say that without the juice fasting, I would not be able to work 2 jobs. That's for sure, and especially getting up very, very early. But also, if you do get up very early, make sure you go to bed early and you get enough sleep. It's so important. I cannot emphasize it enough. I said it in my previous video as well, but sleep is so important. Also, take a good self-care, and listen to your body, feel what you need, whether it's emotional needs or spiritual needs. On the emotional level, a lot of things cleared out for me, things that I was not aware of, and I feel that a lot of emotional baggage just left me. It got cleaned out together with whatever gunk I had in my gut. So it's been pretty amazing to see this connection between the physical body and the emotional state and the spiritual state. And I keep saying, and I'll say it again, that we are the whole system. So we need to make sure that when we are doing something so intense as juice fast, especially long-term juice fast, we need to take care for ourselves. We need to understand our emotional needs, our spiritual needs, and make sure that we fulfill them, and make sure that we connect with ourselves really deeply, and be brave about whatever comes up, because sometimes tough things can come up during the juice fast and you need to just face them. It's the time when the body cleanses, and it's the time when the emotional body cleanses as well. And when we face it with our strength, we're gonna reap the benefits of it. And I did a lot. I changed things with my relationships. I changed things with relationship with myself. I feel more peaceful overall, and I really love that I did that. So I guess I covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. And please, if you have any questions about my before and after juice fast experience, let me know in the comments below. I will be so much happy to answer all of them, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a lot.